Hello and welcome to Let's Play Tomb Raider 2 on the Sony Playstation. Like with Tomb Raider 1, I'm playing this with my capture card and my real PlayStation because I couldn't get the emulator to work properly. For some reason the water was black, and when Lara goes into it, the screen goes black and she disappears. And also the controls were a bit off. If I ran forward or tried to run forward, Lara would start to veer off to the left and sometimes even do a 180, so it sort of rendered the game unplayable really. So I'm playing this on a real PlayStation with my capture card, which isn't my first choice of doing this because it's going to make the picture quality slightly worse, but I have no choice. I really want to do this game and I've been meaning to do it for a while. I've just been really busy lately, so this is the first opportunity I've had to do this. This is the story of the game. There's this mythical dagger called the Dagger of Shan or something. And if one stabs the dagger into one's heart, then one turns into a dragon. Fire breathing and all. And there's this Italian mobster, I think he's called Bartoli or something like that, and he's after it because he wants to turn into a dragon for some reason. And naturally, of course, Lara is after it as well. Although why anyone would want to be a dragon, I don't know. Seeing as they appear to be killed very easily. Secrets in this game are done a lot differently from how they were done in the first game. In the first game there were sort of just random areas that were hidden and they had sort of goodies inside like ammo and health and sometimes different weapons. In this game, in each level, apart from one I think, something like that, there are 3 ornamental dragons. There's a jade one, which is green. There's a stone one, which is grey, and a gold one, which is gold. And if you manage to find all 3 of them in a level, you're given a massive load of pickups, such as health and ammo and things. But the trouble is, if you want all the goodies, you have to find all 3. If you just find 2 of them, then you don't get all the goodies. In my opinion, it makes it easier to find all the secrets because then you know, well, at least before you've done the level, how many secrets there are in a level. There's always 3. And sometimes, yeah, it's possible to see the secret before you're able to get it, so you know it's there, so it gives you a clue on how to get it, whereas before, you know, you didn't know there was an area there. You had to explore everywhere, really. So it makes it a bit easier to find the secrets, and I do prefer Tomb Raider 1. Not just because of the secret situation, but because of everything. But this is still a really good game. Other people think, well, lots of people think this is the best Tomb Raider game, but I disagree. I still prefer the first one. Lara has a few new things that she can do. She can use a flare, and there are some different weapons and stuff, but we'll get to that later. Anyway, here's some options. Oh yeah, in every level I'm going to try my hardest not to die, and I'm going to get every secret. The enemies are a bit different in this game as well. Lots of them, if you remember in the first game, there's only a few people that we fought. In this game there are loads of them, loads of people, and the dogs as well. And we're sort of in places where people sort of are a lot more sort of like in towns and stuff and buildings, whereas in the last one we really were more like a Tomb Raider. In this one it's just sort of places around the world that are now like a tomb. It's quite strange, but we'll get to that when we get to it. Anyway, so we have Lara's home, we have controls, screen adjust, sound and game. I've erased my save game on there that I did a few months ago, practice. Anyway, let's have a look at the controls. So we've got flare is L2, step is R2. So now you don't get a separate button can't remember if there were a separate button actually in Tomb Raider 1, but yeah, if you want to sidestep, you have to hold R2, then press left or right. Look is L1 rather, walk is R1, draw weapon is triangle, jump is square, roll is circle, and action is X like before. So that's that. Anyway, let's do Lara's home. Lara's home has been upgraded. And there's this annoying butler that goes around as well, whose name escapes me, but who cares. Right, let's listen to Lara's voice.
Welcome back. After that grueling business last year, I decided to build this assault course to hone my skills and learn some new ones.
Lara, what's happened to your voice? You've become more posh. You no longer sound like the woman from Casualty. That nurse from Casualty who had an abortion. That was one storyline I remember. That was a gripping episode, I must say. Anyway. Yeah, so there's this annoying butler bloke that sort of wanders around, and he does break wind a couple of times, I think. Why, I don't know. There is a way to get rid of him. You can sort of trap him inside the freezer, but I'll leave that for now. Anyway, let's see how we do with this. Excellent. The corner bug still works, of course, if you can get it to work after the first attempt, or the 50th attempt, how I do it. Anyway, this reminds me of when we got the magnums on Palace Midas, or whatever it was. Okay. Now you're supposed to swim underneath on the next bit. If you start going over the top of the water, Lara will just say something like, "Oh no, I have to start again," or something, because you screwed up. Although I'm paraphrasing there, of course. Let's just go in. Yeah, so one has to go underneath the thing here. Yeah, so on the emulator the water was black, and if Lara went in it, at least on the surface, then she disappeared, and if she went in it, then the whole screen went black, but you know, you had to sort of get out of it. Yeah, but it didn't crash the game, it just sort of made it unplayable, because a lot of this game occurs underwater, like the first game. Of course. Right. Yeah, so sidestepping is done by holding R2 and pressing left or right. There we go.
Congratulations, you did it. But perhaps I could have been faster.
Or perhaps not, because I'm rubbish.
Feel free to explore the rest of the house and gardens.
I will. Okay, so this is a nice garden. We actually have trees growing in daylight now, so it makes sense rather than trees growing underground with an inexplicable light source. Yeah, so that's a nice touch. Nature that makes sense. And if you notice, we're actually allowed outside of the building now. We're actually outside Lara's mansion, whereas before the outside was just some sort of makeshift sort of. The graphics was just like a room. I want to go out there. I bet there's a way of going out there. Must be a glitch or something. Maybe I can use the corner bug. Yeah. Anyway, what we want to do here is go inside this maze, this hedge maze. Pretty sure there's a way of... Yeah, there you go, yeah. You can jump backwards and press circle at the same time and sort of flip in mid-air, which doesn't make any sense. like jumping about 6 feet in the air, which doesn't make any sense either. Anyway, in the maze, we want to hug the right wall, okay? And then it'll take us to somewhere nice, otherwise you'll get lost or whatever. The word maze actually comes from the word amaze, did you know? Because mazes are amazing. And I'm not making it up, it's true, that's the etymology of the word maze. They're amazing. Can I use the old... No, I can't use the analog for this. I have to use the D-pad. Now then go in here, I think. No, wrong one, sorry. I think we have to carry on. Is it this one? Yeah, that's the one. What's at the end then? More nonsense. Okay, let's just go in here. Whoops. Okay, here we have some flares, I think. Yeah, there they are. Okay, that didn't happen then, for some reason, but whenever Lara picks anything up in this game, she goes, aha, like that every single time, so get used to that. Aha. Okay, that opens that, but not for very long, I think. I think it does close, so we have to hurry up out of here. Not a good start. Alright, let's just follow our noses like Theseus. Well, he didn't follow his nose, but we'll be like Theseus and just get out of this labyrinth. Alright. Let me out of here. Here we go. Alright. What does a butler do? He buttles. No, he doesn't really. I got that from the film Clue. Quickly, have we made it? Or were we too late? Naturally, of course, we were too late. So off I try again. I told you had to be quick. It's not really that interesting in there, but I'll try one more time before I give up because it's a pain. But one does have to be quick in this situation. Ugh, all this running is making my thumb hurt. No, don't look. So just my thumb's aching. It just hurts to be running all the time and moving left or right. Alright, let's try this again. Oh yeah, it's left, isn't it? Alright, this time stay open. Before I do that, I'm going to get a flare out. Whoops, I accidentally chucked the flare away. we come, Lara. For some reason, for your own treasure room, yeah, that's what it is, you've put the button inside a maze. That made it difficult. You know, normal people just have like a key or a safe combination, but you know, you have a button inside a maze, which is timed, of course. Round the bend and up the wall. Come on. Should be it. Right. Great. I'm really glad that happened. Come on, I need to see inside the treasure room. Quickety quick. Lickety spit. And oh no, it's locked again. Screw it, who cares? Anyway, there's some treasure in there and another button. It's like, it's not really a treasure, it's all like pixelated sprites behind a window. It's sort of underground and I can't seem to get in there because I'm rubbish, so you'll have to trust me on that. Alright. Anyway, another thing in this game is we can get these things called flare deaths. And after Lara's held a flare for a while, she'll automatically throw it away. And if you do that while you're doing a run and jump and a grab, it will override the grab, and instead of actually grabbing, she will fall to her death because she's throwing a flare away. Nothing you can do about it. Okay, the key to this thing we don't get until the end of the game, because we come back here at the end of the game.
No.
But we do get the old no.
No. No.
No. Yeah, I think that's the same no from before. Anyway, Lara's bathroom. It's sort of angular, it can't be too comfortable in there. No guns yet. Yeah, so I'll be damned if I can get inside that secret room, but maybe we only have one chance and then it's locked forever, but it's not really that interesting to be honest, but just can't seem to do it, I'm just not good enough. Let's have a look in here. Yes, that's that. We get to look out of the window. Amazing. Yeah, so if you notice, Lara's sort of ponytail affair there is sort of working this time, because in the first game it was sort of not there, even though it was meant to be, but they just couldn't get it in, because they didn't have the capability of programming the sort of the ponytail, but now it's here. So that's something to enjoy. Did I look in here? Ah, the main hall. Right. Here's Lara's bedroom, or not the bedroom, the other thing, whatever. No, it's now not. It's not her bedroom now. It's the library thing. Nothing inside there. It's all rubbish, really. So my thumb is just really aching from this, having to press the D-pad down. It's like it's like my thumb is unfit. There's a harp and there's a piano with huge keys. I mean, seriously, not much you can play on that. I think Beethoven would roll in his grave at the thought of having to compose a symphony on that. Go away, annoying butler bloke. Alright. Oh, my thumb. It's kind of like a build-up of lactic acid. Anyway. Anyway, let's have a look in here. Some horses or something, they're quite nice. But drat, I can't get in there. Yeah, so you can see there's something in there. You can't get locked in there because there's another button in there as well, so if the door does close you can just unlock it again from the inside. Yeah, this is the music, this is sort of like one of the themes of this game, so get used to this. Yeah, this sort of like pseudo-classical music or something. Sounds sort of baroque, a bit like Handel's era, I suppose. Anyway, yeah, that takes us out to the swimming pool area again, so we're there now, but on the other side. So that's quite nice. I mean, I just don't get this kitchen. Look at the size of this worktop. I mean, what if you know, if you put something over there, how would you reach it without climbing on top of the worktop? Look at the size of the sink. I mean, seriously, you need a giant to be able to cook in this kitchen. Anyway, this is the freezer, and it's as fascinating as it sounds. There's some meat hanging up in there. So that's nice. And where's Mr. Butler? This way? No, you just walk through the door, mate. You've defied the laws of physics by walking through things. That can't be good, can it? Maybe you're a ghost, yeah, that explains it. Maybe that's why you haunt me everywhere, trying to offer me drinks that I don't want. Do I look like I'm in the mood for tea? I mean, I don't have my smoking jacket on. Come this way. He's going. Yeah, so my apologies for not being able to get inside the treasure room. I'm rubbish. You can call me all the names under the sun in the comments, believe me. It's like water off a duck's back. Or water off a plastic sheet. I do not want any tea. And the number of minutes that you've been walking outside, it's probably gone cold anyway unless you put a tea cozy on it. Ah, thank goodness that music stopped, right. He's coming in. Come on then, son. You doddering old duffer. Come on, Jeevesy, old boy. Right. And stay in there, you annoyance. Good. Go away and freeze to death because you're annoying. Right, okay. And there's one more place to... Yeah, this was the place where we whatchamacarcus. Yeah, the exercise area in the first game. But this place was like a sort of trees and stuff. There wasn't a wall here, so I think they got the thing a bit mucked up. Unless the wall was built, unless the wall were built rather after or in between the two games. Because there were like trees and stuff here, weren't there? And now there aren't. Which kind of doesn't make any sense. But at least outside is not just a room now, it is actually a real place. So we have that for which to be thankful. The place where I showed off Lara's angular tiddies. So let's have a look at her angular tiddies this time. Oh, they're no longer angular. Well, they are angular, but there's more angles this time. So Lara's titties look a bit more natural this time. In case you wanted to look at them. Hintity hint hint. Right. Now I better get out of these wet clothes. And that's that. Anyway, that's the end of that chapter, so that's the end of the first video. We explored Lara's house. I did not manage to go into the treasure room because I'm stupid. So in the next video I shall be making a start to the first level, the Great Wall, or whatever it's called, and finding all 3 secrets of that. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you, or rather you will see me, or no one will see anyone, but you will see me play the first level in the next video. Can't seem to play this now. Nope. No, I want that pseudo-baroque music. Anyway, yeah, so thanks for watching, and goodbye.